We're live. Oh. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. So, have you ever decalled before, Mega?
A few times, yes. Decal.
Cool. Were they, Jonah or AV?
AV.
Oh. Cool. Are you decalling right now, Burke to me?
Guys, there's two of me just because I am on my computer, so I'm gonna leave now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice. Is that your ceiling station thing? Oh, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mine just, I have my Wi-Fi a lot, and it's like, it goes in the diagonal so I can get every single part of it, but it really doesn't matter as long as the sealant touches every part. Oh, it's not, it's not echoing on my screen, but I'm gonna open the stream on Brittany's channel to see what's. Let's see. Or you might be on the YouTube stream as well. Maybe meet the YouTube stream. It's okay.
So what's with the Discord? That Discord spammer? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they've stopped because like it's been a good. Let's see. It's been like 15 minutes.
Also, before you abandon, go into developer mode or report the account. So this thing.
Okay. Wait 1 sec. I'm gonna I might drop out for a bit, but because I am on low battery. But 1 sec.
Okay. No, I mean, there is ways we can put in a bunch of security, which I'll try to do, put in a crap in the security. So you can't just be a random bot account to join the server. It'll help. So I'm gonna add some bots later and get that server sorted.
So are you guys excited for any of the new Star Wars waves sets? I heard this wave is pretty bad, according to some people, but I think the summer wave might be good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the summer wave.
I think I'm most excited for the Moff Gideon light cruiser. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so what happened? I had to restart my computer. Sorry.
I'm gonna add some security to the
Oh,
or to make Discord server.
audio.
Hey G, I was just asking everyone
Okay.
else, what's your like? Are you excited for the new wave of Star Wars sets, the summer one?
Oh yeah. Wait. Sorry, I have my audio cut out there. Who are you talking to?
Pretty much everyone in the stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
really sorry. I would say, like the Mandalore sets, the Mandalorian sets, and like Clone Wars sets are what I'm excited for. Not like the wave is perfect out of what the leaks are, in my opinion, and the AT-AT I think was a good choice over the Death Star. If the leaks are true, but I think they really nailed this wave. It's been the best wave in quite a while, since probably 2014, if the leaks are true, of course.
Yeah.
What I'm
Yeah.
hoping for is a new style of Darth Maul for the duel on Mandalore throne room.
Yeah, the other one was pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty. It's hard to nail it. Like, you have to get a really good designer for that.
It's funny how he's such a important character in the Clone Wars, but he didn't say anything in the prequels.
Yeah, not too much. And like the reason people like Maul is because the Clone Wars and his evolution. I don't think anyone picked up on him and thought his story was good in the Phantom Menace, because he didn't have a story at all. But Clone Wars, I think that was much better.
Yeah.
But I'm just like. I'm surprised. Like, I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Maul. Like, are they gonna keep that animated style? Because on the 501st Battle Pack, they were meshing realistic and animated. Like, they had Tamara Morrison's face on an animated clone trooper instead of D. Bradley Cooper's. Or well, not really his face, but in the Clone Wars. So I found that odd. But I'm wondering what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah.
I'm happy they finally changed the minifigures for the Clone Wars, because before they had those really weird looking eyes. They just looked really creepy, but I'm glad they changed them.
Yeah, like it was accurate, but like yeah, it's just something, especially with the Lego head, where it's so disproportional. It's really hard to nail anything on a minifigure, but I kind of prefer, like, I don't know why, but I prefer minifigures over action figures. Although I am building up sort of an action figure collection and making some custom ones in there. Angel Lucas says, "What's your favorite version of Maul? Is it one Clone Wars or Rebels?" I think Clone Wars and Rebels, he was quite well. Clone Wars definitely well developed. Rebels, there's something about Maul that I can't really put on a word, but I think Clone Wars was my favorite, just because he didn't have too much time in Rebels, but he was definitely a big part of some of the seasons.
Yeah.
I actually have a question. What do you guys think of M&R Productions? Because he's kind of a controversial person right now.
Yeah. Ryan is definitely a controversial figure, but
Yeah.
okay. But sorry about that. Thank you for that, my God. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts on that first.
My thought is there's a lot of different channels that have a different view of Lego reviews. NNL, he's gonna be like shaming Lego for the entire wave just because one set has a tiny thing, which is good if you really want a perfect set. But if you want one like play scale and something fun to collect, you should probably go for Solid Brick Studios because he just explains about like what would be the funnest thing to collect and what would to have. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I personally really like MR's channel. My dog.
Yeah, personally, I'm kind of a fan of him on our, not too much. I do watch his content.
Yeah, I don't like some of the reviews I don't watch, but he has some really interesting content, and some of the stuff like I think the Target stuff, that stuff was kind of stupid in my opinion, but I'm glad you realized that. But I like what he's doing now. I don't see anything wrong with it. But there's just so many haters out there.
Personally, I think he's kind of an egomaniac. He's like, I don't know. I think he's a little over self-confident. Like, he's just really full of himself. I think he makes good content, but yeah, I don't know. I just like that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. But like we've seen where that's gone wrong with like life bricks, where there's kind of a reason for that, but I don't think it should have been prolonged so much. But
Yeah. I have a question. If you'd like to see in the history of all Lego or just one set that hasn't been made, what would you rather have remade to make it like fully perfect?
Maybe the Millennium Falcon, because I feel like they make so many different versions of the like play scale Millennium Falcon, and they're all pretty much the same. It doesn't feel like they really change anything. So I think if they made just one good, perfect one, I think that would pretty much sell it. You wouldn't have to make any more again.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like they shouldn't make it UCS, but the play scale ones, they just don't feel like fully Millennium Falcon. So I would recommend if they would probably make it maybe 220, 230 for the cost, but make it more wide or flat because it just looks more of like not like the flat like speeding ship that it is, but just like a different one because they always focus on the interior, which I like, but they just need to add some more to it.
Yeah. Yeah. What I would like to see is probably like a Venator. Like what you said with the Millennium Falcon. That one should definitely be longer and should be like slimmer. And then the Ghost, after seeing Brick Vault's Playscale one, I think if Lego did that size of it, that would be perfect. Because I actually kind of prefer Brick Vault's Playscale one of the um, over the mini big scale one.
Yeah. If you would have a what? No, sorry. If you would change something about the Republic gunship, either it's UCS or Playscale, what would you pick? In my opinion, it would be Playscale because it was kind of meant for it to be like a playable ship. You can carry troops in it. What are your guys' opinions?
Well, wait, you said UCS or Playscale?
They're rumored to come out with like a special version of the Republic gunship, so I'm thinking they should make it Playscale, but do you think they should keep it UCS or just Playscale?
Honestly, if they're gonna add a Phase 2 Commander Cody, then make it Playscale, because I heard right now for the UCS one, they just have some random pilot clone and Mace Windu. Not really minifigures you want. I feel like they're just throw-ins. Because sometimes UCS sets have exclusive minifigures, but I don't think these will be exclusive.
True.
Well, they'll be exclusive. They're just not special. What I think they should do is make it Playscale, but just like it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be so open. It shouldn't have play features. I'm talking about just like scale, because the play scale gunship is a little bit bigger than the actual size of the gunship. But I think if they made it play scale and they had it like really detailed, then that's like something I would consider buying. But I wouldn't buy a UCS one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the problem with UCSs is they're always too expensive. And you only get like one or two minifigures most of the times.
Yeah, that is true, but basically UCS is meant to be more of like a build set, and it's not meant to play. It's just meant to have like a really cool thing in your room. If you like really like to collect Star Wars, it's for those really big like probably adult collector fans, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I mean, I really want the UCS Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer, but I'm gonna be broke if I get either of those.
Yeah, I would rather create something I really like. Like, I'm thinking of doing a mock series. Like, it's something that I like. Every part is customized to my liking, and it actually like benefits my YouTube channel a lot. So I would just. I don't think I'm buying any UCS sets anytime soon.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna try starting up on my channel. I already have the first episode recorded. It's not uploaded yet, but I'm planning to do, since my sisters, they like completely abandoned these Lego Friend Sets Legos. I'm planning to do this like challenge where I could build an entire Rebel base just made of like Lego Friend Sets. So I'm excited for that.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. I just realized who you are. I thought when you were in the private chat, I thought it said N and I, but you're N and L. So yeah, I remember you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It might have been different because NNL is basically it's two people. That's how we came up with our name. Lucas is me, and then Nicholas is N. So we always like film, so that's exciting. And he can make it on, but sometimes there be different people. Mostly I work on the recordings, and then he works on the social media or like on the Discord and everything, handling that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is actually kind of similar. Y is my initial for my name, and D is my cat's name. I don't know, it just felt right.
So let's see. What's kind of like going on with Lego or Star Wars right now?
Here's another question for you guys. Sorry if I'm asking too much, but if you would have one like amazing character that hasn't been added into like Star Wars Lego yet, what would it be?
Character?
Basically like a new minifigure.
Okay.
There's like something you've been like a character you've been really wanting to see turned into Lego or basically its own set. Then that's what my question was meaning.
I think Phase 2 Commander Cody. I think a lot of people want that minifigure. I mean, I don't really watch the prequels that often, and I only watched them once. But he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, that's who I would probably recommend also. Even though he was in one set and he's like very like small in comparison, I wish they could have the Phase 2 Rex also because he was in one set and that was a long time ago. And even though its importance to Star Wars, basically, it hasn't been included in anything. It's just kind of disappointing how Lego wouldn't make probably the two biggest people in the Clone Wars exclusive
Yeah.
like characters in the Clone Wars into Lego.
Actually, they did make a second Captain Rex. You know the set, that canon set?
Oh, Rebels.
Yeah, I forget. It's the one with Luminara and Dewey. I think that's it.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
full clone armor, like the minifigure, not the character. But
Oh, you mean that Rebels set? The Rebels ATTE?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that one, but I just like the Clone Wars one way better. Because he kind of reminds you of, like, a retired, like, sad man in the Rebels, so I would just like him to see him in Clone Wars. That's my opinion.
Well, if I had to do one, it would probably be like, maybe a 327 Trooper or Commander Bly, but I've honestly just given up on Lego, and that's why I do custom stuff. But like, they don't, they like Lego's never really gonna do what we want, and I mean,
True. Yeah, the only time the biggest probably hint that they're actually listening to us is the 501st Battle Pack. But what I'd really like to see is just a really nice Super Battle Pack, maybe, of either two things. They're probably going to make the first one, which is those, I think they're called Purge Troopers, I don't know, but they're those black robots that were in The Mandalorian that took Baby Yoda, so that would be cool to see in a battle pack. And also Commander Wolf's troopers in like a full battle pack, even though that would probably never happen because they aren't in the Clone Wars as much. That would be one that I would wish they would make into a battle pack.
yeah. So, those are the Dark Troopers. Sorry, I would prefer Purge Troopers, but the Dark Troopers are pretty cool as well. And then Commander Wolf's is the 104th, the Wolf Pack.
I think a complete clone battle pack would be pretty cool. Like you were saying, the 501st battle pack. It's a cool set, but it's kind of expensive for a battle pack. Although you do get two decent builds.
Yeah, that's the thing
Yeah.
about Lego. I wish they sorry about that, but I wish they listened to us even more and just made a normal battle pack. They had to milk it because the people have been ranting about this for a year, so they just had to milk that 501st battle pack and make it like crazy. Okay, you can say what you want to say. Another question I have is if you would have
I
any.
actually have a
This is
question. Do you think that the 501st Battle Pack would have gotten made if it wasn't for MNR?
I feel like it would have gotten made. He's one of the biggest, as you'd say, like Lego reviewers, or however you'd want to call that, because he's probably the highest sub count. I haven't seen anyone more besides Star Wars Theory, and he doesn't review Legos.
You mean Justin
But
Duduclaw?
yeah, so I don't think it was made by him. A lot of people have been saying that they might have like emailed Lego. But I bet MNR was a big reason that the 501st was like there, because there was multiple steps into making this, like the set that people have been wanting. Yeah, and Solid Bricks too. There's a lot of big channels that I've been ranting for this because they're the main trooper of the Clone Wars. So I agree with all of you on that.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where you think a set is perfect and then they do one thing to mess up the whole set? Like, for example, on the Jabba's Palace, it was like pretty much a perfect set except for one minor detail, and that was that they added this flick fire missile at the top of it, and there was this really long barrel that it looked really ugly.
Kind of like the AAT, but there was a lot of like bad stuff about that one. There's a lot of sets that had that tiny thing. Like, I feel like there's two tiny things that they could have done, which require like two pieces. For the Imperial shuttle, which I'm thinking of getting, but you can have like a really easy to get like landing gear, and if you just took away a few plates on the front so it doesn't look as like fat. So that's my opinion on the Imperial shuttle, how they could fix that.
I personally don't think that it would have happened if not for MNR. Like Lego, I think they don't really do sought after clones like Bomb Squad. We only see them in one episode. ARF Troopers, like, I mean, those are kind of prominent, but in different forms. But like, I don't think it would have happened if not for MNR.
This is not about Lego, but I've been hearing in the new Ahsoka show, they kind of like started it in The Mandalorian about Admiral Thrawn, which is a big bring back to Rebels because Ezra was with him. Do you guys think that there's going to be all the characters from Rebels back again? And do you think the characters will be good, not just like a Disney knockoff?
I don't think that. I think
Same line, D. I did not watch Rebels. I just had no interest in watching it.
yeah, it's not as bad as people say it is, but it's definitely not something like Clone Wars or Gun, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't think Hera. I think it's just gonna be Ezra, and maybe Kanan. I would say, but I don't.
I'm just gonna forget. You'll get why I want to forget that twist. But Rebels is actually a really good show. I thought it was gonna be bad because I just finished the Clone Wars. I was like, Rebels. It just reminded me. Same with Clone Wars. It had like this weird animation style, so I thought it was gonna be weird. But I gave it a chance, and it's actually a really good show. So I would recommend that.
Yeah, that's like back when I 1 second.
One second.
So, what is your guys' thoughts on Bad Batch? I don't watch the Clone Wars, so I don't really know how good it's gonna be, but
You should watch the Clone Wars if you want to get that. But the Bad Batch, I'm really excited for it because in season 7 there were a few episodes showing how they're good in each thing. That's why instead of having them all in one set, even though which a lot of people love, I feel like it would have been cool to have them each in their like own like maybe $30-$40 set and something like a feature that can use their ability, and you can maybe like combine it because like the sniper could have his own like area. That I didn't think of that guy very much, but I keep forgetting the buff dude's name, the one who can like carry a whole entire republic.
Wrecker.
Yeah, Wrecker. I would love to see him like with a massive like battle scene where he could use like these really heavy objects to throw. Maybe like I don't know, but that's my opinion on the Bad Batch shuttle. I mean, it's really cool how it looks that they're all in one area. But in my opinion, I kind of would have liked either one, but tiny bit more of each minifigures in its own thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of where you stand. Like either one. Like I like the idea of having them each in their own like $20-$30 set, but like still adding up to the same value as the Bad Batch shuttle will be. Like, but I really like the Bad Batch shuttle, so I'm kind of torn on that one. But kind of going off the topic, I think Bad Batch should have only had 2 episodes in the Clone Wars TV show instead of 4. And I don't think the Sisters arc should have had any episodes because I don't think that was very relevant or needed.
Yes. All of you, it's kind of an interesting thing. Some people are like have mixed things about it. But I just forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, what person? This is not about Legos. This is about real Star Wars. What person would you want that has been like in old like Legends of Star Wars to be in the High Republic movie?
I don't really know about the High Republic and stuff.
I got the title mixed up.
Wait, was it Acolyte? You mean?
Well, there's this trailer on YouTube I think it's on Lucasfilm, yeah. But it's like a trailer on how they're starting to make this new movie 200 years back from the prequels. So I've been excited to see if there's like any familiar characters like Yoda in there. So that might be cool.
Yeah, I mostly just know about Clone Wars and stuff, but yeah.
I actually have a question. What's your thoughts on the new sequel trilogy for Star Wars? So like Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. A lot of people hate it. Some people like it. So.
I kind of dislike it very much. I know that's a very popular opinion, but I feel like all the potential that Star Wars could have made, Disney just thought about all the money they could make from like toys and other merchandise, that they just made this horrible thing. Because Star Wars, basically, it was built on a thought, like a really good idea, and then it grew from there. So, but then Disney just comes in and said, hey, I just want to make money from this. I'm just going to buy this like it's a business. Which it is, but it's mostly like this fun thing that he thought of. So they thought about the money more than anything, which I'm like kind of sad about. They could have made so much cool things. So, but I actually kind of feel bad for some of the actors. They're getting a lot of hate and like just a lot of different rude people talking about how they ruined Star Wars even though they got hired to do that. So that's my opinion on the new sequel trilogy.
Yeah, like I don't really hate on people who like the sequel trilogy. I just really dislike it myself. Like they're the sequel trilogy. Movies. I couldn't even. They're so forgettable. I can't even watch the whole thing because it's so boring. But like,
I know.
but it's like I like Star Wars so much I can watch Run to the Sith 5 times over again. Like, but I can't even get through a sequel trilogy movie. But that's just like, I
Yeah.
think they should have ditched it. Even though that, like, just created something else. But
Yeah, I feel like number 8, it got way too much hate than it should have, even though it was like kind of bad. I feel like it could have been like it's kind of a little too much hate than it already is. Because I kind of like the snow scene with like the new AT-ATs, which is really cool. So
Personally, I think Force Awakens was pretty good. I think a lot of people were saying it's pretty much just a rehash of A New Hope, just a reboot. Um, although Last Jedi was hard to watch. I think I fell asleep during the movie. Um,
yeah, there was only one good action scene, which I don't like how they do that in movies, and it wasn't even that much of an action as all the other cool prequel things. Because, in my opinion, why the prequels were so good, it was when both of the teams were very strong, and they each had different things that made them unique, instead of just the Empire. All they had was like these gray structures, and so the prequels brought a new like extra thing to that, which I really enjoy.
yeah, like I don't think Force Awakens the movie was bad, but like I don't know why they killed off characters like that. And then another reason why I don't like the prequel trilogy or sequel trilogy was like Rey didn't have any development. Which is a popular opinion, but I 100% agree with it. Like you see Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker who had like it's hard to capture that in only 3 movies, which is a lot, but it's really hard to capture when you think about it. And I think it was done perfectly. Well, not so much the prequels because they had some bad acting in there, but like the original trilogy, Luke's development was just spectacular, and how they did his story.
Yeah, that was awesome. But the reason why so many people, in my opinion, they loved the prequel trilogy, is because this is just adding on to my point that the two sides were very strong, so they can go on like different adventures without getting hurt. Because in the sequels in the original trilogy, all they were like planning to do is like hide from the Empire. It was just them moving around, and they had like one Jedi that was keeping them strong, and some rebels, which I really liked the original trilogy. But the reason why the prequels were so good is because they could do all of those different things without like getting a massive bounty on the Empire and like tracking their location, and it's all over.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but I guess kind of that affects how I like it. But one, not as much as number 2, but it brought clones, which kind of sparked the Clone Wars. But like clones in episode 2, I don't think were fleshed out enough. Like I don't think it was really done well, but they didn't have a lot of screen time. So in episode 3 again, but and then Clone Wars happens and we get to see what that's all about. And then number 2 is that the story is really good in the prequel trilogy, but the execution with like the execution with the acting isn't so good. And it's like the reverse for the sequel trilogy. Like they had a pretty bad story in my opinion. But like the execution and the acting was definitely better than something like the prequel trilogy. The filming was as well, but
yeah,
I agree with that a lot.
I think a lot of people don't like. I think it's Attack of the Clones because it was mainly focused on Anakin and Padme's love story, and no one really cares about that. I mean, it's kind of creepy that like a 9-year-old wanted to be with like someone that's like double his age.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of messed up, especially for a kid's story.
Yeah, I really loved Attack of the Clones, but they kept wasting time on that just to like ruin it all in episode 3. So that was kind of disappointing, even though there's so much in all the other scenes. There was a lot of action, like the use of Republic gunships, the whole entire battle, and that Coliseum-looking area where they all fought. I really loved, but they kind of just ruined it with building up to 3 and 2. They just spent a lot of time building up for like one scene in 3, so I don't like that.
I think Order 66 was really good, but sorry guys, I have to go. I have to eat lunch, but it was really nice seeing you guys here talk about some Star Wars stuff, but I have to go sadly.
Okay.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
Are there any questions you'd like to ask me? Because I've been kind of feeling like I've been asking way too many questions.
It's fine. Do you think Last Jedi was better, or do you think Rise of Skywalker was better?
I think Rise of Skywalker, I liked that because they added a lot of different things on it. Because it's the finale of Star Wars. So, that was cool. But I kind of hate how I wasted basically a lot of my money on this entire Y-Wing, and it got released into a Zori Bliss with a microfighter. Even though I kind of focused on the build and I enjoyed it, I kind of wish that I would have an exclusive figure to keep and use it way more.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people were complaining about that. Like, even with the Kylo Ren microfighter, I only got the Kylo Ren shuttle for that figure. Well, I mean, also the build because it looks pretty cool, but the minifigures were definitely a draw. And to have them put in like a $13 set compared to like an $130 set's kind of annoying.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, you have the Kylo Ren shuttle?
Yeah.
How is it? I mean, I've heard a lot of different things about it. Like, I feel like it's kind of weird how they would make a ship on Kylo Ren, but it also looks really nice and it feels really nice. Is it bigger than you personally thought? Because there's a lot of, like, popular opinions about the Resistance set for the first time.
Well, actually, mine's is still in the box. I haven't opened it since I got it, and that was like a couple of months ago. The thing is that I have all of the Rise of Skywalker sets except for the Millennium Falcon, but they're all sealed. I can't open them.
Oh, that's actually really neat.
Yeah, to have them sealed, I don't know. I kind of like having inventory because, you know, if I want to sell them later on for a higher value, then I'll make a big profit.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Funko Pops, but I took them out and I put them back in, which is funny. But there's one I've been collecting. It's from like a special Comic-Con, or it's one of those conventions. It's like a version of Conan. It's like the version of him as the Flash, and it's been like growing in value, so I've been keeping that one in the box.
Yeah, I definitely know some sets, they just spark up in value because of like a minifigure or something like. Do you know that? I think it's Bark Speeder with Sidecar. It's the one with Captain Rex, not the Rebels one, but the main one. That one goes for a lot now, like $100 when that set was like $20 or something.
Oh yeah, that Captain Rex minifigure. I was looking for it. I'm like, there's no way they made one. I searched up if they had like a Lego Captain Rex. They had one. I was like, oh, I might get this. And then I saw it's like $260 for the one minifigure. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, you gotta just get a UCS set for that price.
Yeah, that is very true.
I think that the reason I don't have the Millennium Falcon though is because I already have the Falcon, so it seems kind of pointless to get it again. Because they've made so many of them, and they're all practically the same.
Yeah. What was your favorite set on Summer 2020?
Summer 2020, probably the AT-AT. That was pretty good. Or the AT-AT.
Oh yeah, I love that thing so much. I got it for my birthday actually. It's just standing near my desk because I had this very unlucky thing happen where it got broken 2 times. I rebuilt it in the middle of the 3 days that it happened, and it got broken again.
Oh,
So
that sucks. Yeah, it's
yeah,
a very fragile piece. Like I thought because of how big it was, it would be pretty stable, but I move it like if I just poke it, it'll start wobbling.
yeah, like it sometimes does this thing where the legs like stretch out flat and then it falls to the ground. So it's
Yeah.
like very fragile. They like let you move it all around the AT-AT, the legs, even though you can't do anything with it. You can only do that one like maneuver with the leg and the foot, and boom, there it is.
Yeah, and it's bad for display too, because I mean you can place it and it looks good, but you know how like in the movies they actually show the arms moving up and down. If you move one arm up, the whole thing just collapses. Like it needs all of its legs.
Yeah,
It
it
just
just
doesn't work.
keeps standing straight for me. It's like on the edge of my desk, so in case it falls, it's just like leaning on that for support. And oh yeah, if you could have, no, what's your favorite? I might have already asked this, but what's your favorite set in overall 2021? That's been rumored.
You mean that's coming out like soon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either the UCS gunship, the UCS AT-AT, although I probably won't be able to get those because of how expensive they are, or the Moff Gideon light cruiser. Those 3 picks are pretty good.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I'm pretty sure I did get this like massive, you know those prismarine temples in Minecraft?
I think so. I haven't played Minecraft for a long time.
Yeah, I understand that, and not that much. Well, a lot of people are getting back into it, but so I got that Lego just random. I was like, "Hey, mom, can I get this?" She's like, "Sure." And I'm like, "What?" And so I was like really happy about that. So apparently, but it got smashed, and I don't know where it is. I think I put it in a Lego box, and that got given away to someone. Anyway, so I got a lot of VIP points for that. I'm pretty sure. I'm like confused why I had so much. So I'm thinking of getting the light cruiser.
Yeah, I think I have about $40 worth of VIP points, which is enough for like a small set to get for free, which is good. But I might just save it for a set that's really expensive.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing basically. But I what sucks is my sisters. They always try to get in my room and steal my Legos. So I have the Mandalorian battle pack, but you know that really cool looking minifigure, the one that reminds me of like peacock colors. Well, anyways, my
Maybe
sister.
the blue and purple one.
Not the blue and purple, but it was like this greenish one
Oh, the green one. Yeah.
with like special patterns. My sisters, they lost the helmet. So with the other side of NNL, I gave him my torso print, and we kind of put together this Mandalorian version of Boba Fett where all of his armor is repainted.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. We used my cousin, no, not my cousin, the other side of NNL. He has the original Boba Fett helmet. So we used that to build up the minifigure, which was really cool to see how it all worked together. What's your favorite set that you have?
In my collection, it depends. I got the 2011 Millennium Falcon, and back then that was like one of the best sets they made. And it was like it was pretty nostalgic to me. So like, one of the only sets I had, like one of the big sets, because I was only allowed to get like the smaller sets, because Lego is pretty expensive, and you can't get that many sets because it all adds up. So that was like one of my big sets.
That is very true. Yeah. When I was younger, I always wanted this one thing. I think it was the biggest craze of Lego at the time. It was called the Mine. It was this massive mine shaft Lego. Well, it wasn't massive, but it was a big mine shaft Lego. So
Was it Minecraft?
yeah, I used to get a lot of Minecraft Legos because
Yeah, they're not bad.
yeah, but so it got smashed again. So my dad super glued every single piece, and it ruined one of the features where you can blow up TNT. So that sucks. But besides that, it's a really nice thing.
Oh, it sounds cool. It's funny, when I was smaller, I would always break my sets, so me and my mom wouldn't even make the sets together. She'd always put super glue on them, yet they would always still break whenever I touched them. A lot of them were just kind of flimsy back then, like they weren't very secure sets.
True. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that, but
That's fine.
there's been rumors about this massive wave. Actually, it's not rumors; it's more of like a finalized thing. There's a massive wave of like side movies, like Kenobi, Ahsoka, Bad Batch, Rogue Squadron, that's coming out in a few years. Which came to me really quickly. I was surprised because they've been like on the low. They've been only making the Skywalker saga, but now they're making all these other cool things for Disney Plus. So, if you haven't seen it or not, there's the Ahsoka show, the Kenobi. There's Rogue Squadron, and there's Bad Batch, the most popular ones. Out of all of those, which one would you want to see the most?
I think maybe it's kind of hard to decide, but I'm a really big fan of Obi-Wan Kenobi, so maybe the Kenobi movie would be pretty cool. Although I am excited for Bad Batch because I just started, I watched only like 1 or 2 episodes of the Clone Wars, so I'm just starting it now. But so far it's pretty good. So
Once you get into the first the first episodes, they're amazing.
yeah,
Kenobi, in my opinion, they should have made a show or movie about him because they had the same level of characters as in the original trilogy. Because in my opinion, Kenobi is basically the prequel version of Han Solo. Because he's basically the side person. No, he's not the side person, but he's a big part of Star Wars, the time era, and he was also not the main character. He was just one of those side characters that are really cool.
oh, actually, let me know when you get the AT-AT versus Tauntaun microfighter, because then we can do the live stream.
Oh yeah. What live stream again? I think I might have missed that.
Oh, we were just gonna do a build together. You're gonna both build the same set.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I might be getting that one, to be honest. I might be thinking about that one because even though I'd really like that Hoth Luke Skywalker, I wouldn't need the AT-AT driver because I already have two. But that might be a set that I might be looking into, so that's cool.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not interested in the build, but the minifigures are pretty cool.
Yeah.
We should probably end the stream soon, right?
Yeah, I think I might have to leave soon. Should we just end the stream right now?
Yeah, sure. So
Okay.
It was nice talking to you.
You too. Thank you, everyone who will be watching or is watching right now. And Windy Bricks, have a good rest of your day. And bye. Hope I see you again.
Bye.